Forget everything you know about Silverwolf because this version, she's not a debuffer anymore. She's a reality-breaking DPS monster. A unit that does not use energy, manipulates punchline into pure damage, and turns your entire team into chaos engine. But the real question is Silverwolf level 999 or Superwolf actually broken or just overhyped? Let's break it down. The new Silverwolf, or let's just call her the Superwolf, is a 5-star limited imaginary elation character. She's going to be the main DPS in the team that can enter a special state while also deploying a zone through her ultimate that can be used by her teams. Where every time any skill points is used within that zone, Superwolf will trigger different abilities with different effects and also gains additional crit damage buffs as well as crowd control immunity. While in the special state, she is capable of enhancing her own basic attack that can deal multiple bounce hits on enemies, which can be used up to 3 uses. She won't be using a traditional energy to activate this ultimate, but instead will use a special one, and it is through the punchline accumulation. She has a base attack of 543 and a base speed of 99. Meanwhile, she will gain additional stats such as crit rate, crit damage, and elation. Oh, by the way, Superwolf also got a global passive, just like the previous anniversary character. So let's talk about it later in her talent section. As for basic attack, it's nothing special. She will only deal damage to a single enemy, but she has the ability to enhance this basic attack, which we will discuss later in her ultimate section. And then, as for her skill, she will deal AoE imaginary attack, while simultaneously obtaining 5 punch lines. And this is where things get interesting. Her special ultimate that will use special stacks called hidden ranking. Obtaining a number of punchline will give her the equal number of ultimate stacks as well, and if it reaches 80 points, her ult can be finally activated. When it's used, Superwolf enters a special state and gains 100% action advance while deploying a zone. If she holds Certified Banger, the one that can be obtained through AHA Instant, for any skill points used by an ally within that zone, there's a chance for Superwolf to trigger a mystery box that will deal AoE imaginary elation damage and gain the following effects randomly. First, she deals true damage to the enemy with the highest HP equal to 20% of the total damage. Secondly, restores 2 HP, and the third one gains 3 punch lines. The initial fixed chance to trigger this effect is 100%, but it will be lowered by 20% after successful trigger, so at max it will happen 5 times. By the looks of it, this potentially could happen when you use Sparx's engagement farming that consumes dozens of skill points, and Superwolf can technically help her to recover skill points to somehow replace Sparkle's role in the future mono elation team compositions. There are also several buffs that she gained after entering a special state and deploying a zone. First, her ultimate stack can overflow by up to additional 80 points after reaching the max limit, and then when in the special state, Superwolf gains crowd control immunity, additional of 30% crit damage, and some enhancements to her basic attack and also elation skills. Her enhanced BA can only be used for 3 times only. After that, she will exit this state. Take note that when this talent is active and she currently holds a certified banger, using basic attack or skill deals 40% imaginary elation damage, and her enhanced BA will also be converted into elation damage with the same multiplier. Yep, don't forget, just like the previous anniversary character that grant a special ability called Global Passive, this time the new Silverwolf will also have one, but somehow less OP. When you obtain this unit in your account, she will prevent all of your allies to get any crowd control debuff for 1 turn. This could be re-triggered after the new wave starts. Superwolf will deal either ordinary or elation imaginary damage to enemies, and this attack will be split to 100 bounces and hit random enemies. After bouncing several times, it pauses while triggering another mystery box instance, the same effects from her ult, but this time can only be triggered 2 times, depending on how many hidden rankings she currently has. If it's 40, mystery box will trigger once, but if it's 80, it will trigger twice. If all enemies are defeated, this ability ends, and you keep using this ability up to 3 times or until the enemies are all die. This ability will unleash a final hit to all enemies, and the damage will scale off her hidden rankings or the ultimate stacks. As for her elation skill, she will deal damage to all enemies and gain 20 hidden rankings for her ultimate. Superwolf's elation ability will be prioritized later if AHA Instant is active. As for her enhanced elation skill that she gains from entering the special state, deals 200% AoE imaginary elation damage and resets the fixed chance to trigger the mystery box to its initial value. So besides the crit damage buffs, SP recovery and self-action advance, she also could increase her own elation stats through attack, thanks to her A2. For every 100 attack that exceeds 2000, increase this unit elation by 5% up to 120%. So you are going to need an additional 2400 or the total attack of 4400 in order to get the best out of this trace. As for her A4, when AHA instant is triggered, if the number of punchlines taken into account is 20 or 40, then Super Wolf gains 20 or 40 hidden rankings. Her last trace is also a key OL for her ultimate stackings. When entering the battle for the first time, she will immediately gain 20 hidden ranking points. And for her technique that absolutely has a ridiculous name, she will summon something called Funky Flavor Bean, and casting this won't consume your technique points, but instead, they will detect enemies nearby and cause them to enter a terrified state. Later on, this stuff will immediately defeat them without entering combat and simultaneously consuming one technique point for each enemies that are taken down. When entering battle, the mystery box related to Funky Flavor Beans will be triggered after each new wave starts. Now that is basically her entire kit, but we still need to discuss how vertically good she is. Is she going to be eidolon or even LC locked? Don't go anywhere and let's talk about it. For her first eidolon, the mystery box will now additionally generate 2 punchlines and increase the elation damage dealt by 200%. This one can be a huge damage increase, but still it does not offer something game changing and worthy. But if you look closer to her E2, this one on the other hand could be a game changing. So when she deploys her zone, this area will inflict a debuff to all enemies inside it, causing them to have all type weaknesses as well as shifting their all type rest to 0. But if they have 0 resistance from the beginning, their resistance got decreased by 20% instead. In addition, when this enemy got elation damage from other allies, Super Wolf will record that damage, accept the overflow, and then unleash a true damage equal to 20% using the final hit of her enhanced basic, and clear out all the recorded damage. So this is technically Cypher's ultimate now in her second eidolon. This is literally a game-changing investment of hers. As for her fourth one, her enhanced basic elation damage will now take account of 999 punchlines. Finally, in her last eidolon, her elation damage may remakes by 25%. Her enhanced basic now will not entirely consume her hidden rank stacks, but instead will reserve 30% of it. Furthermore, when in special state, once the hidden ranking reach the max stacks, it will make Super Wolf to immediately take turns. So overall, her best eidolon so far is going to be the second one, since it's not just an improvement to herself, but it can be beneficial for all her party members as well, due to the enemy having all kinds of weaknesses and most importantly, shift their rest to 0. This makes E2 Super Wolf able to obliterate any kind of enemies, regardless of their weakness. Now that we know her E2 is good and even could be a well bait, but now let's take a look at her LC. Is it worth it, or surprisingly, is using the free one enough already? So her LC will increase her attack by 64%, yes, 64%, and this is just S1. When the wearer uses their ultimate, they gain superpower buff for 3 turns. While having this buff, their elation damage will ignore 18% of the enemy defense and will gain 2 punchlines after performing basic attack. When this superpower buff is removed, the user will immediately gain 12 punchlines. So after reading, scanning, and discussing the new Silverwolf kit, I think it is safe to say that she desperately needs punchlines in order to convert it into an equal amount of hidden rankings, so that she could unlock and activate her ultimate. Currently, the best unit that can generate dozens and dozens of punchline is none other than Sparksy. By triggering her engagement farming with enough skill points, she will significantly increase the whole team member punchlines, so that it is easier for Super Wolf to unlock her ultimate. But they both actually have mutualism. Using Sparksy's skill that heavily consumes skill points while in Silverwolf's zone could also easily trigger her mystery box. That way, she could either deal more true damage, reserve another punchline, and even recover the team skill points, which in this case is important since you won't always bring Sparkle in this semi-mono elation team. Yao Guang could also become one of the best supporter for Super Wolf. Early leaks said that this lady only good with Eva, but it turned out using Yao in this anniversary unit's team comps is better than using EMC, whose skill only offers a single target buff, whereas in this team, it technically consists of 2 DPS. So I guess using Yao Guang that could boost the whole team's elation damage as well as giving all type rest spend and vulnerability is better. Yao's ultimate could also make AHA instant to be triggered immediately right after casting, so this could be beneficial for Super Wolf since she needs her elation skill to generate 20 punchlines. As for the sustain, it could be either Hua Hua or Danheng Permansor, but I guess Hua Hua here is going to be great. Sure, Super Wolf won't need any additional energy regen since she literally does not use traditional one, but the rest of her team member might still need it. For example, Sparksy could use some energy to activate her ultimate to generate more punchlines thanks to one of her passive. Yao Guang also has a relatively high energy cost, and her ultimate is the key to frequent trigger AHA instant. Moreover, Nova Flared Huohuo is good now, so I guess it's valid when I say she's the best sustain to fill in this slot. So that's all from today's Silverwolf level 999, or should I say Superwolf kit breakdown. So far she's in a good state now, the only thing that holding her back is the team comps, which is quite expensive. And for future Silverwolf mains without Sparcy in their account, they are going to struggle a lot. So far, what do you guys think about her kit? Are you guys overall satisfied, or on the contrary, very disappointed? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy it, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notification as well so you won't miss out on any of my starter content. See you guys on my next one, bye bye!